So we're back with The Penguin, this time season 1, episode 7, penultimate episode of The Penguin. I am going to be finishing this show tonight. Honestly, with the way last episode left off, you'd think we're heading into the final episode, because things are reaching a high now. Oz has managed to recruit all the gangs, the local gangs, into working for him, even the triads. Sophia has managed to capture, Sophia and Salvatore have managed to capture Francis and Vic. Yeah, things are going a bit crazy right now, and I can't predict how, if this was the final episode. I think I might be able to predict how it would go, at least some parts of it. Because it's the second to last episode, I have no idea. How are they going to drag the rest of this show out for 2 episodes? If it was 1, I think, you know what, we're heading into a finale. It feels right. But we've got 2 episodes left. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. So, let's find out. So let's just get into season 1, episode 7, penultimate episode of The Penguin, starting right now. Oh, is this going to be a flashback to how they died? Fuck. Man.
I'm taking to see your operation.
I ain't do shit till I know my mom's alright. Just let me talk to her.
You're not in a position of power here, Oz.
Are you trying to make a deal, Oz?
Oh yeah, that's right. You're a what at Chicanti now. Yeah, Oswald told me. What are you gonna do next? Dye your pink? Get an ass tattoo? I'll teach you daddy a lesson.
Well, I was questioning how they were going to manage to drag this out for 2 more episodes, but this episode did pretty well, and because of that, that is why it's at the top of the rankings. Best episode so far. Oh my god. They pulled it out for this episode, and something that we got something this episode that I didn't expect to see. I should have logically thought about it, but I kind of wasn't expecting it, and also kind of didn't want it, was the flashback to how his brothers died, and it was painful. One thing this show manages to do so well, it makes you feel sympathy for people and give them good moments, even though those moments are fucked up in the worst possible way. It's like, you have these wholesome moments between, like, Vic and Oz. Like last episode when Vic was crying and Oz hugged him after Vic killed someone. Like, it's so fucked up that he's saying that you did the right thing. It gets easier the more you kill people. So it's fucked up in that way, but it's also kind of wholesome. Because, yeah, no one is good in this. Like, that's the thing about Gotham, isn't it? If you are good, Gotham is going to pull you back down. The good people, they either die or they turn bad. That's what makes characters like Gordon and Batman so special. Is they're the ones who stay good. They try their hardest to stay good, even though the city keeps trying to bring them down. Oh, and yeah, we got a first look at the old Rex Calabrese, the gangster that Oz models himself after. Well, I won't say models himself after. He sees as his idol. Rex Calabrese is his superhero, because all he sees is the power that Rex has, the money that he gives out. He sees the positive sides to being a gangster. Having the power, having the money, having everything you want. But there's also another side to that, isn't there? You have to do fucked up shit. And that's the thing, that's something that Oz also understands. The way he he justifies it, saying all the bad things are for the right reasons, and the ends justify the means. That's how Oz sees it. We saw Oz's jealousy towards his brothers in the flashback. How he was going to have a night with his mum, and then the brothers came in and basically, well, in his eyes, stole that from him. They stole her attention away from him, and he wanted it back. They made fun of him. He reacted in a bad way, like when they hid down in that sewer, in that tunnel, away from him, knowing that he couldn't get down there. He saw that as them making fun of him. He reacted in a bad way, and he sealed them in, and it cost them their lives, and he got his mum all to himself. I wonder what kind of guilt he feels about that, if any at all. Because he got his mum all to himself. He got that, but that's the thing. He only thinks about what he gains from it. He doesn't think about how it affects the people around him. He did it with Sophia. He did the same thing with his mum as he did to Sophia. Like he wanted the time with his mum. He got the time with his mum, but he also caused her great pain. Same with Sophia. He reported her to Falcone, knowing that it would increase his position. But Sophia went to Arkham for 10 years. And now it's catching up to him. And I am absolutely terrified that she's going to work out what Oz did, because I don't believe she knows. She would treat him very differently if... I mean, she already treats him in a kind of way, but like to put all those expectations and promises on a kid is a difficult thing. Well, it's not the right thing to do, to put that pressure on him when he's that young. And he's pushed himself to this point, trying to prove himself to her that he can be what he can deliver on those promises she made him promise to. Vic went MIA for most of this episode. I mean, I know he's going to come in for the clutch play in the last episode because he's got all the gang. He's going to be talking to all the gangs, so they're all going to come in and help Oz at the end. So I'm waiting for that to happen. Sophia went through a bit of a phase in this episode as well, realising that she keeps saying she wants to change, she wants to do things differently, but the reason Falcone put her in Arkham was because she knew too much about what he was doing to those women and what he did to her mum. And and Sophia has now done the same to Gia. Like, you knew too much. You knew too much about what I did, and here you are in this home now. And and Gia's already started cutting herself. She's already started self-harming herself, and who knows how much more difficult that's going to get as time goes on, because you have robbed this girl of her family. Like, you didn't like them, but that's what you took from her. And honestly, I don't think she really cares about her criminal empire anymore. I don't think she cares about that. She doesn't want to be the great leader of Gotham, the crime boss of Gotham. She doesn't care about her empire. All she wants is to hurt Oz now. And then she just wants to be free, as she said. The scene between her and Francis at the beginning was so good. It was so good how Francis was just giving it to her. But then you saw when her other side came out, she started talking about thinking about the night her sons died. You saw a different side to Sophia as well. She started to sympathise with her and realised that she obviously realises that something's wrong, that Francis is ill, and lo and behold, here comes Dr. Julian Rush to psychoanalyse her. And I am terrified about what he might have been able to piece together after his time talking with her. And if they disclose that back to Francis. Because that would be the real punch in the gut that Oz, well, I wouldn't say deserves, but has coming right now, because it's the only thing it's the only thing that she can really do against him now, besides killing his mum. Killing her and revealing to her. But what would Sophia find more difficult? What would Sophia find more satisfying? Just killing his mum? Or causing her to lose her faith in him or to turn against him? Because this show has no reservations about being fucked up, I'm gonna say the latter. So that will be most difficult to watch when the time comes. Well, I think the main part of this storyline, this episode, was about the Oz and Salvatore Maroni thing. Salvatore Maroni is no more. He was done off in this episode through a heart attack, I believe. It was kind of sudden, but it could have been a heart attack. He is an elderly gentleman, and he is exerting himself quite a lot. But yeah, I think the point of that is we're not meant to find it satisfying. We're meant to think that, like, we're supposed to expect as an audience that Oz is going to get the upper hand on him and kill him. But then he dies, and he just dies of a heart attack, and it's deeply unsatisfying. But like, what? Where was Oz beating him? Where was Oz glowing it in his face? Where was the final shot? But then Oz does that himself. He feels the same way we do. He feels deeply unsatisfied by it. So even though Maroni's dead, he can't help screaming it in his face, like, "I beat you." And he's even kind of picturing to himself Sal saying something back, and then he takes the final shot. So he's deeply unsatisfied by Maroni's death as well. He wanted that big moment, and so he kind of fabricates it in his own head. So it's showing that he's a little fucked up as well. I mean, we kind of already knew that he was fucked up. It's been clear throughout this whole show. And the drug farm got raided as well, so I don't know how much of it got packed away before everything happened, or if any of it's safe now. I mean, Bliss might be dead at this point. Like, everything would have gotten destroyed in that explosion. All of Penguin's workers are either dead or injured. Another catastrophe has happened in the middle of the sea. It's like the fallout of the flood is repeating all over again, but on a much smaller scale. And the symbolism of Penguin having to dive into the tunnel where he left his brothers to die. And then we see him at the lowest point, like literally down in the gutter. He can't be any lower at the end of this episode. And he pulls himself back to the surface, and everything that he's built so far is in ruins. And now he's on his way to Sophia for the final showdown in the final episode. Oh yes, I am very happy I am watching that tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna get right on that. I'm gonna watch the final episode tonight. So yeah, that is all we've got for this episode of The Penguin. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!